The alarm bells rang in China and they were heard in Europe. Markets there opened more than 3% in the red. The UK's FTSE 100, Germany's DAX and France's CAC 40 were all down in morning trade. Baader Bank's Robert Halver.
The 10,000 mark is psychologically important. The index is no longer 5-digit, it's 4-digit, and now we have entered a panic mode.
The fall followed Chinese stocks, which plunged more than 8% in a session of panic selling. Investors were disappointed that Beijing hadn't offered any policy support after the country's main indices shed 11% last week. Jeremy Cook is chief economist at World First.
This is a very, very difficult phase for the Chinese economy, not because of what's going on elsewhere in the world, but the rebalancing of the economy that they're trying to make away from a industrial manufacturing economy to one which is more consumer driven. They're doing exactly what every Western economy has done, but at a much faster pace.
Stock exchanges from Japan to Indonesia were hit hard as Chinese shares slid. Commodity markets took a fresh battering. Brent and US crude oil futures hit 6.5-year lows as concerns about a global supply glut added to worries over potentially weaker demand from China. And with serious doubts now emerging about the likelihood of a US interest rate rise this year, the dollar slid against other major currencies. The Australian dollar tanked to 6-year lows and many emerging market currencies also plunged. But a frantic dash to safety pushed the euro to a 6.5-month high.